In a world constantly humming with anxiety, where news feeds scream disaster, and even our private thoughts seem to spiral, there's a deeper question worth asking. Is worry truly helping us, or is it quietly working against us? Today we'll explore a timeless spiritual principle, taught by sages and echoed by mystics like Emmet Fox, that shows us how to unworry, not by ignoring problems, but by transforming the very way we look at them. Because the truth is, you'll never solve a problem by obsessing over it, but you can dissolve it by understanding its spiritual cause. So, take a breath, settle in, and let's begin. Worry is often worn like a badge of honor. We associate it with care, responsibility, even love. I worry because I care, we tell ourselves, but the truth is far more sobering. Worry isn't care. It's fear in disguise. It's a misdirected use of one of our greatest powers, the imagination. The mind is a projector. Whatever it holds up in consciousness, the world begins to mirror. And worry is simply negative prayer. It's imagining outcomes we don't want, replaying worst-case scenarios like mental movies until we believe them. As Emmet Fox said, you cannot think one thing and produce another. Every time we dwell in anxious thought, we are, in essence, giving the universe instructions. Not deliberately, of course, but energetically. We're saying, this is what I expect, this is what I'm aligned with, and what we align with, we attract. True peace does not begin in the world. It does not depend on headlines, bank accounts, or other people's behavior. It begins in consciousness. You are not just a body moving through matter. You are a spiritual being connected to a greater mind, a greater intelligence, a greater good. And that source is never worried. God or divine mind is the calm in the storm. When you align with it, when you bring your thoughts into harmony with truth, you experience peace, not as a condition, but as a state of being. The storm may rage around you, but it doesn't have to rage within you. You've likely heard the phrase, "Be still, and know that I am God." It isn't a poetic suggestion, it's an instruction, a spiritual formula. Still the worry, pause the spinning mind, and in that stillness, know. Know that there is a higher order at work, a wisdom greater than your intellect, a love deeper than your fear. This is where unworry begins. Let's get honest, worry doesn't prevent misfortune, it doesn't solve problems, it doesn't protect anyone, it drains your energy, it clouds your thinking, it makes you reactive instead of responsive. It keeps your nervous system in a constant state of fight or flight, and your creativity trapped under a fog. Worry is spiritual clutter, and the cost is immense. Mentally, it keeps you in a loop of fear. Physically, it weakens your immune system. Emotionally, it builds resentment, guilt, and fatigue. Spiritually, it cuts you off from the intuitive guidance that could show you a better way. When you worry, you're not operating in trust, you're operating in separation. You've forgotten your connection to divine intelligence. You've fallen into the illusion that you are alone, unsupported, and under threat. But that's not the truth. The truth is, you are supported. You are guided. You are safe in spirit. And every time you choose truth over fear, you reclaim your power. So how do we do it? How do we shift from fear thoughts to truth thoughts? Here's a practical process inspired by Emmet Fox's teachings. 1. Recognize the worry thought. Become aware of the moment your mind starts spiraling. Don't fight it. Don't suppress it. Simply observe. I see. I'm imagining the worst. I'm creating mental movies of disaster. That awareness alone is powerful. It separates you from the thought. 2. Interrupt the pattern. Emmet Fox taught a tool called the golden key. When in distress, stop thinking about the problem entirely and think about God instead. This isn't about blind faith, it's a conscious redirection of mental energy. It's saying, I choose to focus on the solution, not the problem. On the source, not the symptom. 3. Introduce a truth statement. Replace the fear thought with a truth thought. For example, I am safe in divine mind. God is in charge of this situation. There is a perfect solution unfolding now. Repeat it gently, silently, as many times as you need. 4. Let go emotionally. Release your grip. You don't need to control the outcome. Your job is to keep your consciousness aligned. That's it. The results will come when the inner state matches the outer need. Let's say you're worried about your finances. Maybe your income is unstable or bills are piling up. The instinct is to obsess. Check your bank balance 20 times a day, mentally calculate worst-case scenarios, panic at every unexpected expense. But what if instead you unworried? You pause. You breathe. You remember, supply does not come from your job. It comes through your job but originates in spirit. You affirm, God is my unfailing supply. Divine abundance flows to me now. You bless your bills, you bless your income, you trust that the same intelligence that made you sustains you, and suddenly your mind clears. Maybe you have a new idea, or an unexpected opportunity arrives. Or the problem simply dissolves. This is not magic, this is law, and it works, not sometimes, but always, when practiced with faith and sincerity. Make no mistake, this is a practice, a daily discipline. The mind has habits, it returns to familiar patterns, so we must train it. Set reminders, post truth statements on your wall, begin your day in silence, end it in gratitude, and throughout the day, keep returning to the center. Each time you choose truth over fear, you strengthen that spiritual muscle. Eventually, worry becomes the stranger, not the constant companion. You begin to live from a deeper place. You start to radiate calm. And others notice, not because your life is perfect, but because your consciousness is anchored. You become a lighthouse, not moved by the waves, but guiding others through them. Let's end with a simple practice you can use whenever you feel worry creeping in. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, silently affirm, there is only one presence and one power in my life. God, the good omnipotent. I release all fear, and I trust the unfolding of divine wisdom. Peace is my nature, calm is my power. Stay there, let it settle. You may not feel a full shift right away, but seeds are being planted, and with repetition they bloom. So the next time your mind starts spinning, remember, you have the power to unworry. Not by ignoring life, but by facing it from the higher vantage point of spirit. Because the peace you're looking for doesn't lie in changing the world. It lies in remembering who you really are. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to breathe it in. Share it with someone who needs peace today. And remember, worry is not your duty, truth is. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay grounded, stay faithful, and stay free. And